Arav leaned back and closed his eyes. He imagined that the blank page was not empty at all. Instead, it was a silent world waiting for a first heartbeat. In that world, there was a village where stories had disappeared. The people could still speak, but they no longer told tales. Children no longer gathered around grandparents at night. Books in the library had turned blank, their words faded like mist in the morning sun. Without stories, laughter felt shorter, tears felt heavier, and dreams felt smaller. The villagers did not understand what had gone wrong, they only knew that something precious was missing. In the middle of that village lived a quiet girl named Mira. Unlike the others, she remembered fragments, tiny sparks of tales her grandmother once told her about brave kings, clever birds, and rivers that sang. But whenever she tried to repeat them, the words slipped away like water through her fingers. One day, while wandering through the old library, she found a single sheet of paper lying on the floor. At the top it read, "Write a best story about this title." Mira frowned. It made no sense. How could this be the answer to the village's problem? Yet as she held the paper, she felt a strange warmth in her chest, as if the page were whispering to her. That night, instead of trying to remember old stories, Mira decided to create a new one. She began with the simplest sentence she could think of: "Once, there was a village that forgot how to dream." The moment she wrote it, the ink shimmered. The letters lifted off the page like fireflies and floated into the dark sky. Startled but excited, she continued. She wrote about a brave girl who searched for lost stories, about the fear that tried to silence her, and about the hope that guided her forward. With every sentence, more glowing words rose into the air, drifting over the rooftops of the silent village. As the villagers slept, the glowing words slipped through their windows and settled gently into their minds. An old baker dreamed of his childhood adventures. A tired mother dreamed of flying above mountains. A small boy dreamed of exploring the ocean with a friendly whale. When morning came, something had changed. The baker began telling customers about the time he got lost in a forest. The mother sang a song she had not sung in years. The boy ran outside, describing his underwater journey in excited shouts. The village was no longer silent. It buzzed with imagination. Mira realized then that the title had been a challenge, not a command. Write a best story about this title did not mean there was already a perfect story hidden somewhere. It meant that the act of writing, of daring to begin, was the true magic. The best story was not the most complicated or the most dramatic. It was the one that was written despite fear. It was the one that turned a blank page into a doorway. Back at his desk, Arav opened his eyes. His pen no longer felt heavy. He understood that the title itself was an invitation. Smiling, he began to write about a village that had forgotten stories and a girl who brought them back with a single brave sentence. The words flowed more easily than he expected. He wrote about glowing letters, rediscovered dreams, and the quiet power of imagination. When he finally finished, the once blank page was filled from top to bottom. Don't stop here, the next story might just blow your mind. Subscribe, hit like, and share this with anyone who craves heart-pounding suspense and unforgettable twists.